I believe life is about experiences, and we just go through life experiencing what we can, good and bad, and hopefully live to tell the tales, right? Um, One of the things that I picked up in college was smoking. And the funny thing is, I've been pretty much an anti-smoker my entire life. It was also because I was very active in sports. I played competitive tennis, I played football in school. And the funny thing was, when I got to college, I was still pretty much very anti-smoking. However, I was living with people around me who were smokers. My housemates were smokers, and I became the minority amongst these people. Mm, it wasn't exactly peer pressure that got me into smoking. It was more for me an experimental phase where I thought, let's try everything. Let's try everything at least once in your life. One stick became 7 sticks, became 14 sticks, became 20 sticks, and as soon as you could say Marlboro, I was smoking at least 1 or 2 packs a day, and this went on for 10 years. It happened one day when I had a chat with a friend who happens to be my brother's ex-boss. We were just talking about life in general, talking about work. Since we're in the same industry, and he's someone pretty big in the advertising industry, by the way. We got to the subject of smoking, which made me realize that after all these years, this 3-inch stick actually becomes that drug. It becomes your friend, your confidant, the first thing you think about when you wake up from bed, the last thing that you smoke when you go to bed, before you go to bed. And you made me realize this: it's not a want anymore. It's not something you want to enjoy. It's not exactly a piece of cake or a piece of dessert that you enjoy after a meal. It becomes a need. You need this to survive. You need this to get through the day. It becomes your de-stressing tool. Whenever you're stressed out, and it really just made me realize that this got to stop. It's this stick cannot control my life like that, and I made a decision to do that. And right after this epiphany, after talking to this friend of mine, I just decided on a day that I would actually do it. And for a couple of weeks prior to that fateful day, what I did was prepare mentally, prepare physically. I quit things that would tie me to smoking, or at least related to smoking, or things that I used to do, and which was related to smoking. Things like having coffee, or having tea, and going out for drinks with the guys, the late night suppers, to going to the clubs, go for clubbing and stuff like that. I had to stop all that. It took me a couple of weeks to prepare before that day. So how tough was it? Probably the toughest things, probably the toughest thing that I've done in my life. The first 7 days was hell. If you were my friend, you were not my friend anymore. Uh, it was sometimes undescribable. When people ask me, I just said, you know, it's almost like having a really really bad toothache. It's this dark cloud that's over you, and all you want to do is just kill someone. And that 7 days was hell. I couldn't really eat because when I ate, every time I ate and I didn't smoke, I felt like throwing up. I had diarrhea. couldn't stay awake because I was sleepy all the time, and little things just annoyed me. So that 7 days was really, really tough. And funnily enough, after that 7 days, your body just feels kind of cleansed. You feel clean, you smell better, you begin to taste things a little bit more. You know, for that 10 years that you just engulfed in smoke, it's kind of no longer there. It's so clean. And funnily enough, I didn't really have the urge to smoke at that point. And you kind of um, your body kind of rejects smoke that's external. Like when your friends are smoking, you don't feel like smoking anymore, and you don't have that urge to pick up the cigarette, and you actually hate the smell of smoke. So that was a good sign. Uh, and in 14 days, I can tell you that I completely didn't have the urge to smoke at all. It's kept that way for 8, 9 years already. So I'm proud to say that I've been clean. There's never been a relapse. I've never thought of ever going back to smoking. And I'm really glad. I think it was one of the toughest and most important decisions ever in my life. Quitting smoking really got me back into the game. I became very active in sports again. I started playing a lot of futsal. I started playing tennis. Um, and you know what? I'm I think I'm probably fitter and healthier now than I was 10 years ago, when I was 10 years younger. I'm not gonna tell you my age, but that feat actually inspired some people to quit as well. I had friends who quit after I quit a couple of years after, and I'm really happy for them because it's really a big change. My best friend, who was as heavy a smoker as I was, quit as well. To my surprise, it was very pleasant to know. Really proud of him for doing so. What I really like to do is write a book about it, and maybe quit smoking in 14 days kind of thing. And I hope that would be able to inspire people, and it would be an avenue for me to tell my story and how I did it. Perhaps give tips to people who want to quit smoking and inspire them to do so. You know, whatever the reason you picked up smoking, peer pressure, your dad smokes, your family smokes, your friends smoke, just wanting to try something new, quit. All I can say is quit, because it's probably one of the most important decisions in your life, and do it for health, do it for yourself, do it for the environment, do it for your friends and family around you who would appreciate uh, the fresh air. You know, be free, be clean, be healthy, be breathe better, smell better, eat better.